What's up, y'all? This is Cedric and Sidra doing our CR reviews, and it'll be the Joker 2019. It finally came out for HD to the place that we get it from, and whew.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with this. It's been up there on HD for a little bit, but honestly, I had no interest in watching it.
I did.
You didn't say anything, and don't say you said something. You
I
didn't say
did.
it.
I mean, I mentioned it a couple of times, and you was like, I don't know, and I'm like, and then I thought about some other stuff, and then we got bogged down with everything else, and I was like, it'll be up there, and I was annoyed because I'm going to start fussing at people. And I didn't expect it to be a good movie. I didn't. I did not expect, I thought it was going to be either full of cliches, Joker cliches, or just outright boring.
Okay, so I'm gonna hijack this a little bit because
Go ahead, hijack it all the way if you got
it
to.
was my idea to do a review. So we have been together for 25 years, and 3 years before we got together, I believe it was 3 years. Batman the animated series came out. Now, there are a lot of you who are listening to this. If you were into cartoons, you have no idea what this is. And if you're young, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Um, Batman, the animated series, was what allowed Batman to be what it is today. And anybody who says different is fucking lying. Before that, it was Adam West doing the Watusi, and then it was Tim Burton's Batman, which are all both completely different. A little bit the darkness that is in the Batman the animated series came from Tim Burton's version, but a lot more came out of the animated series. I'm going to get to the Joker. Just stay along for the ride. In Batman the animated series, it was very multifaceted, multi-layered. It wasn't just crazy guys in costumes and Batman locking them up. No, that wasn't it. Yes, they were full of elaborate plans, but they were elaborate plans to kill people that Batman was thwarting. Batman had to deal with his own emotional damage stemming from the death of his parents, which he never gets over. It just manifests and hyper focuses and changes and obsesses into him becoming Batman. What they also go over in that show with individual bad guys is how they came to be, except they never go over the Joker. They never go over the origin of the Joker, really. Not that I can recall. Or Penguin. Some of the very basic classic ones, they don't go over the damage that led them to what they were eventually doing. They did it for Clayface. They did it for Mad Hatter. They did it for a lot of
Killer
them.
Croc.
Killer Croc. But the Joker, you knew
The
he
Joker don't necessarily have a mainstay origin.
No, he doesn't.
He don't.
Fast forward to this movie. If you're living in this country now and then you don't know it, then you're going to know it now. Mental health treatment in this country as a whole sucks. It's real bad.
Legitimately, therapists and psychiatrists are trained to gaslight you.
And even more to the point, there are not places that you can go if you're broke. So being poor is another nail in your coffin if you have mental illness too. The character in this movie, Arthur Fleck, he was poor.
Oh, spoilers.
Oh, plenty of spoilers. He was poor and he had mental illness. He was being quote unquote treated for it.
Quote unquote.
He was on a plethora of medications that I do believe were doing something.
But not enough.
He wanted to feel better.
He wanted to be better.
They kept his inner desires for destruction at bay, but he never felt better. He never felt calm. He never felt at peace. Never felt genuinely contented.
He never felt whole.
I'm not going to say happy. I think happy might be a pipe dream, but he never felt contented.
Happiness is kind of subjective.
True. And this movie
actually is very fucking subjective.
Goes over the multi layers, emotional and chronological and some coincidental layers to how he becomes the Joker and setting up the framework for Bruce Wayne to become Batman inadvertently. It's just a fluke of
just happened to be,
happenstance.
yeah.
And it's phenomenal. I don't know if I could watch it again, mainly because it's that damn painful. It is painful to watch. This is not an action movie. Nobody's swinging through with grappling hooks and Batman is going to be a bomb in Times Square. Ain't none of that shit. This is a painful psychological drama. And I thought it was great. It was great and very explicative. It's a wonderful, sad origin story to the Joker. You can take it from here because I'm just pausing right now.
Okay. Yeah. Wait, damn! I just leave this on my shoulder. Fuck it. Okay. I thought the movie was great. I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was beautiful. I thought, I literally had to say it. I believe this guy's character. And when it comes to movies, you want to get lost in someone's character. You want to believe that they are that person to the point you don't see who you know the actor is. You just see that character, almost just that person. All right? You know, that's what you want. It's like pro wrestling. How is any one of us watching going to believe it if they themselves don't believe it? This movie wasn't all about action. People want to see action. They want to see Joker going crazy and causing all kinds of mischief and mayhem. When the truth is, he didn't cause anything. The Joker didn't do anything at all. He literally defended himself, and he used gun violence to do so. But then again, with the gun being used, if they didn't start beating on him, and he didn't have, he defended for his life.
If they had got on the train, rode the train, and got off, everything would have been fine. They wouldn't have died, and it wouldn't have put a light to the powder keg that the city was already.
Now, real life, and I'm going to shoot real. Y'all want to judge it? Fine. When some rich fuck dies, I don't give a shit. I really don't. John McCain died. I didn't give a fuck. All right? Didn't give a fuck. Reagan died. Didn't give a fuck. You know, his wife died. Didn't give a fuck. I don't. I don't give a shit 1, 2, 3, or 4. All right? I don't. And that comes from a guy with IBSD. Made that joke before, but goddamn it, it's solid. LOL. So, it came to me at the last second. I didn't think about what I was, okay? It just, I went with what I said. I was like, oh crap, that's how they must hear it. So there's LOL. I threw the LOL in there at the last second, okay? Jeez, I can't say what I want to say. This is gonna suck. Why you do this to me? Why you do this to me?
I didn't do anything.
You did this
You're
to
the
me.
one doing the talking.
Anyway, so, and some of you might say, okay, well, the reason he's saying that is because he's obviously never lost anyone in his life. Yeah, I think you know somebody, right? So, what he did, while the upper crust sees it as a travesty, all right? Everyone who's all slumming it and they're all jacked up and stuff, they'll never get a break in life. They see it as, yay, somebody did something for us. Somebody looked out for us. All the while on TV listening to wealthy people or would-be wealthy politicians talking about how they're going to save them, going to do for them.
Out of poverty.
Yes.
That they are the poor people's only hope.
The only hope. Yes.
More than being an origin story about the Joker, it is an exquisite social commentary. It takes place in the 80s. All you gotta do is look at everything and see it takes place in the 80s. But it's an exquisite social commentary because, as the old adage say, the more things change, the more they stay the same. And the people who were protesting in the streets about the the treatment of the poor who are celebrating the death of these Wall Street people at the hands of he wasn't named the Joker, but of the Joker. They're celebrating it. They're like, yay, we don't give a shit. People feel like that now.
In the movie, when you watch it, the poor feast on the poor. The poor hate the poor. The poor uses and lies on the poor. The wealthy is so disconnected, the poor is just something that they stay away from. The wealthy looks down at them so much that they go into a movie theater. I saw nothing funny happening, but they all laughed at the exact same time, damn near the exact same way. All right? And it was never in absolute unison. It was almost that tribalistic laughing, like, you know, when someone starts laughing and then they look around and others start laughing, that kind of thing. Or when someone starts laughing, you look around and see if everyone else is laughing, then you join in laughing because you don't want to feel left out. That's how it sounded. Now, there is an absolute awesome gotcha that I am not going to spoil. I'm not spoiling that. They got us. It was epic, beautifully, masterfully done.
Remember when they did that to us on Empire too?
Empire, good grief.
Man.
Yeah, they jacked us up with Empire when it came to Andre. They it's the same thing. All right. So they literally take you into the mind of Arthur Fleck. All right, but they don't tell you that. Mm-mm. You just watch it and you watch it and then you start second guessing yourself. Then you're like, wait a minute. And you start slowly putting the pieces together and they do spell it out for you just in case you didn't get it. Mm-hmm. And then you're like, oh crap. And by then, if you can't be empathetic to it, then don't vote. Don't vote. Don't have children. And if you do, give them to somebody with some empathy.
Yeah, this movie should gain empathy from you. By the end, it was like, you know, the train wreck is happening. She got up and walked out the room because she didn't want to see what was going to happen.
Because she thought it was going to be embarrassing.
Yeah, but
like he's going to get picked on. He's going to what you say? He's going to get what's the term they use?
Humiliated?
No. What's the when someone get picked on? They're
roasted?
Roasted.
Yeah.
Yeah, which she uses that wrong. They use that like you got roasted. You got roasted. It's like no, they use it wrong.
I think that's what it's come to mean.
Definitions mean something, people.
But she got up and left the room. I wasn't gonna get up and leave because we done invested almost 2 hours. I ain't walking away.
Yeah.
But it was almost cover your eyes worthy because
you knew it was gonna be so humiliating
and so painful.
And here's the thing, she knows that. See, that's a toxic word to me. We don't let her. No. We allow her. In fact, we encourage her. She wants to see the movie. We let her see it. It don't matter. You know why? Because you can learn a lot watching movies. A lot. A ton. And I'll be honest with you, if our child never watched these crazy movies, I can't imagine the level of narcissism that be in her right now. Because she is literally in that area where she should have it. I've been raised by a woman with that narcissism. We got a president with that narcissism, where people just can't admit what they're wrong. They just go through life doing what they do, be damn anybody else's emotions or their strifes or anything like that. This movie is full of people like that. Even to the point where the poor people are like that, not as narcissism, but as a form of vindication is what they're using it as. You know, to make themselves feel less like scum. And the movie shows the one thing that happens in other movies, but they do it masterfully short in this. They show that being kind to someone can pay off in spades.
Yep.
Just being kind to someone. Just imagine all the ills that could not happen if people were just kind. If they could just put themselves. When I watched this movie, I guess is why I could watch it again. Watching this movie, I watched a percentage of my life. Mine wasn't nearly as bad as his. But when it comes to circumstances and certain situations, it was almost a mirror image. It was so damn close. And so much stuff, I was like, I would either just get quiet or I'd say, yep, know how that is. Sidra didn't say anything. I was just like, yep, know how that is. And she grew up, Sidra, she basically kind of grew up around me and my mom. She saw when I tried to tell her what my mom would do and how things were. She wouldn't believe. And then it took 10 years, but she was like, holy fucking shit. And then after having our kid, then she's like, fuck this shit, we gotta get away from her. And I'm like, finally. It took a lot. It took a fuck ton of fuckery for my mom to convince Sidra that mom is not the right type of person to be a mom. All right. Narcissistic to the core. All right. Very narcissistic. Like fucking crazy. All right. And you get to see this played out with so many people, except one. Right. Thomas Wayne. He was an asshole. Mm-hmm. You know what? He socially, when it comes financially, he's narcissistic. He was just detached. Mm-hmm. You know, he's wealthy. He grew up that way. I get that. Okay, fine. But Arthur's mom, Joker's mom.
Yeah, she set that up.
That was the part where I just kind of half zoned out on that one because I was like, yeah, I want to just pat him on the shoulder and just look at him and say, I get it, man. I've been there. You know, was my shit nearly as bad? No. Hell's no. But in some regards, it was a fucking mirror image. It was a mirror image. So for me, I could relate to the movie. Probably way more than anyone else would. You know, probably. That's why I'm using the word probably.
Yeah, with the amount of people who ain't got no business raising kids and the amount of mental illness to small degrees and large degrees all across the land, I think a lot of folks can identify with it.
I hope.
They just probably not going to say anything.
They're probably because they're probably raised to feel like they should be ashamed. Mm-hmm. They're raised and stuff like that. And this movie here, beautiful. And it shows that a man with no money, no portfolio, no 401k, you know, he's not complaining about the hedges not being cut the same height, or if the gardener came and do all that.
That shit's all way beyond 401k. You can be poor and have a 401k. Rich folks don't need 401ks. They don't have to save for retirement. They're gonna be just fine.
True, but they take life insurance policies out on people, on strangers, because they know they're near their death, so they'll take them out and collect. You think you think they don't do that, people?
That's greed.
Walmart does it constantly. That's why you see so many older people working at Walmart now. They get hired before anyone else. And it sucks. Yeah, you're looking literally at, we can't wait for your ass to die when you go and you see an old person greeting at Walmart. All right. But this right here, I could watch this again. You know, it's literally that little tiny piece, that little bitty person in me that's like, man, I get to watch somebody that understands me. That's where that is. Because I'll be honest with you, I might have been out there right there with him. I might have been. Or I might have been that dude that just treated him nice, been kind, say hello, and go about my goddamn business. And when all shit's breaking loose, I just be in my house being like, hey, don't bother me. You come in here and I will jump on your face like a spider monkey. You know, I don't know. It just depends on the time, mindset, situation, emotions at the time. I'm highly emotionally driven. So very, very strong factors, you know, and this movie touches everybody. It should. This movie should touch everybody. You should watch it. Everybody should watch it if you haven't. Because I thought, you know what, and I can easily say the whole TYT Investigates, that dude, he fucked up. You know, he got it. He got this movie like 1,000,000,000% wrong. I mean,
What did he
like,
say?
he basically talked about how, Joker, like the guy, is meeting these pitfalls that no average person would meet. He seems to have a problem with black women, his girlfriend, the counselor, and all these other people. He has a problem with them. They obviously keep getting at him, the woman on the bus, and all this other stuff. And if you watch the movie, if you saw the movie, he would realize, the only time it got bad was the end. The woman counts at the end. That was the only black person he had a problem with, because been there, done that, fuck you. That was it.
Yeah, by that time that was over. It was done.
It was done. The damage is done. That's what that was. And can't blame him. Won't blame him. Right now, for me, the Joker, hero. Just straight up hero. But he was just a dude with a thought. He shared his view on TV, and that really revved things up. That and what he did on TV, the violence he did on TV, which I ain't gonna lie, the host kind of had it coming.
Yeah, he did, because it was an elaborate setup.
An elaborate setup
to humiliate him.
And it sucks that the shit I've gone through in life, the shit I've seen in life, it won't movies. I knew what was going to happen when he got that phone call from the talk show. Mm-hmm. I knew what was going to happen. And the Joker came out to be a beautiful hero. Everyone loves him. Problem is, there's no way he could be Batman's enemy. That's really it. Not this one. Maybe he fathered one or something, because this dude here, by the time Bruce would have grown up and became Batman, this dude wouldn't have been able to really do a quarter of the shit that Batman's Joker does. Just not feasible.
What do you mean not be able to do?
He's not going to be able to outrun Batman. I mean, but this dude here had to been, what, just cresting into his 30s? Maybe. He was damn sure over. He had to have been 33, 37 in that range.
I think he was probably 33 is probably better.
Like I said, 33 accurate. To 37. He's one. Okay, so by the time, he's going to be in his damn upper 50s, if not early ass 60s, by the time he should be out there after, going after Batman. Yeah.
Bruce is like 12. So let's add 10 years to Bruce.
He was 12 then?
He's about 12 years old, yeah.
He was 8 when his parents died.
That boy was not 8.
That boy in that movie won't 8, but in every incarnation, Bruce is 8 years old when his parents died.
Not in Gotham. He won't 8 either. He couldn't have been 8. That means he grew up in 5 years to be having things to do.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. You never watched Young and the Restless.
Young and the Restless is we can't know. They grew up in like 2 months, man. They were born, then they got things to do. You can't use that.
Okay, going on TV, that Bruce was probably 12 or 13, maybe even 14, maybe even, but that's just for TV. All intents and purposes, Bruce was 8.
Okay, let's say he was 8. That gives him 10 years to be 18, another 4 to be into his 20s. That's 14 years.
When he became Batman, he was probably 25.
Okay.
When he finally became Batman.
Man, you don't really hit your stride until 40, man. He had all types of time to learn how to do shit.
So let's say he's 33. That's 43, 53.
That's 20 years. Let's say 14.
Oh my God. Okay, so it'll be like, let's just, 47.
Okay.
47. Joe would be 47. He can still do a whole lot of shit. All right. He can still throw down. We watch people at age 55 and 57 in pro wrestling, and they in some damn great shape. Mm-hmm. All right. I'm going to give you that. And we have no idea how long the tit and back and forth go. So, You know what? I surrender to it. I give it up. I give it up. If anyone else out there got some different opinions on it, let us know. But Sidra pretty much broke it down right there.
I can't see Joker as a hero.
Look at the big brain on Sidra.
Yeah, I got a big brain. I can't see Joker as a hero.
Tell me something. Does Marcellus Wallace look like a bitch?
Yeah, every day. Every day, man. Especially after he got bent over the stall.
See, that would have ended all that right there.
You gonna shoot me in the face anyway, I might as well be honest.
I watched him in the other part. He was bent over with the ball gag in. Bruce Willis had to save his ass, literally.
I can't call the Joker a hero. It's so incredibly sad to me.
He gave people with no power all the power, even if just for one night.
Yeah, he did.
He did what others know they shouldn't and wouldn't be able to get away with. He sounded the alarm saying the wealthy can be eaten.
Yeah, yes, but I think I see it so sad because it's all a product of everything that he suffered.
Yes.
And if people could just be kind, he wouldn't have had to suffer. And that's...
People don't snap just because of that one thing. It's been building for a while. Other human beings have been hurting that human being for so long that you might come across that human being and do that one dumbass thing that you shouldn't have done in the first place, and they go ape shit on you and fuck you up or someone up, and you think you got done wrong when no, you should have shut the fuck up or kept your hands to yourself.
You don't know what other people are going through.
And even if, and let's say you don't know, but let's say it never comes to mind. Why do stupid shit anyway? That's the question. Like the boys that took his sign. What the fuck was the point of that? They lured him, they beat his ass, and took nothing.
Take his stuff. I doubt he had anything on him.
They grabbed, they reached around, they had taken nothing because he had nothing. They broke his sign, fucked him up, caused him injuries, and then the boss man is taking that out on him.
Why would they take his sign? Return the sign. He got his ass whooped. He all bruised up and shit. Everybody else know he got his ass kicked. But he's the boss thinks he's lying about it.
Because why would kids take a sign? It's stuff like that. And yeah, I've been through that. Not that specific thing, but there's been some shit. So yeah. It's just the Joker. He speaks to the commoner, the ones that are in the grunt work, those who can't get a job, or those who mentally, honestly, like me, not meant to have a job. It's hard for me to take orders from someone. I hate feeling bullied. I hate being bullied. I don't take dictation well. I don't. I see it almost as a fucking threat. So when someone, if I do have an employer, and they ask me to do something politely, I pretty much go way beyond the Call of Duty to get that shit done at all costs. And I do probably more than my fucking fair share of what's described. But when someone comes to me, it's like, yeah, you get this done with that tone and pointing the finger like I said so and all that. I'm like, I want to throw you through a window so bad it hurts. And I just do enough. I get a little bit done, move on. I kill them in my mind and move on. It's safe that way. And when it gets extreme, that's when I fuss them out and then I fucking quit. Because I'm not going to let someone, because I can't stand when someone literally gets up in my fucking face, like literally 2 inches from my face, and be like, I'm in charge, I'm the boss, you do what I say, and I'm like, fuck, all I did was ask, why am I doing this? You know? And that's usually should translate to, you know, tell me the detail of what's going on, the importance of this, so I can know exactly what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, and in a sense, for lack of better terms, do it with pride, knowing why I'm doing it. I like knowing those intricate things so I can be like, yeah, I do this, and this is why I do it, because if I don't do this, then this can't happen, that can't happen, yada, yada, yada. Joker pretty much didn't get the benefit of the doubt.
People don't like to explain themselves.
People don't.
And it causes lots of problems.
Joker went through that in a nutshell. It was epic. What's wrong with you, woman? So, I mean, you know, we've spoken on this roughly going on 30 minutes. You want to end it here?
Yeah, we end it here.
All right. Well, this is Cedric Kennedy, Sidra Owens, for CR Reviews of the Joker. I know this was long, but I hope you enjoyed. Well, thank you for listening. Please leave your comments and whatnot down below. I always appreciate that. So, with that said, bye-bye.